Welcome everyone to my latest video review. Today I have half of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Wave 14. So Wave 14 consisted of the Dino Fury Blue Ranger, the Pink Lost Galaxy Ranger, the Dino Thunder Black Ranger, and the main villain from Power Rangers Dino Thunder Mesogod. I was not able to get the Dino Thunder Black Ranger, and he's sold out. And here in Canada, you can only really get this wave from Amazon Canada. I don't think GameStop Canada has these released yet. I'm not 100% on that. So I'm still waiting on trying to get Dino Thunder Black Ranger. And I opted out of getting Mesogod because there are only certain villains I really love. So, like, I love Mesogod too, but I don't know if I like him enough to have a figure version of him. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's look at the packaging. So I love the packaging. I actually like that they feature the Ranger figure on front of the box, so it kind of gives you an idea of what you're getting inside. And on the left corner there, we have a picture of the Ranger. When I look at it, it doesn't look CGI. It looks like an actual picture from the TV show. It's hard to tell if it's the actual picture or another picture of the figure. But I think that's from the TV show. I could be wrong. And we have the title of the figure on the left bottom side. It says Dino Fury Blue Ranger and Lost Galaxy Pink Ranger. I'll turn these figures boxes to the back and we'll see what we get there. And this is what it looks like. And we have another picture of the Ranger figures on the back. And we have a little legend that kind of shows you what you're getting. So with the Dino Fury Blue Ranger, you get the Blue Ranger, two extra sets of hands, the helmet, the effect piece, and his sword. With the Lost Galaxy Pink Ranger, you get her, I think it was called Beta Bow, the Quasar Saber. Finally, we get a long Quasar Saber and the closed up one for the holster, an effect piece, her helmet, and two additional hands. Honestly, Lost Galaxy has been very inconsistent. Sometimes you get the full sword, sometimes you don't, which kind of sucks. But I'm glad in this case we do get the sword. Also, if you like to display your boxes, it looks really nice on the side here. We have a really nice picture of the Rangers. And I personally don't keep the boxes. It creates too much clutter. I usually throw them out after I review the figures and take them out. I know some people they do love to keep the boxes, and the box art is pretty cool. I love it. Like the Pink Ranger and the Blue Ranger, they look amazing. Here's what both figures look like. I do apologize if they look a little bit, I guess you could say, out of sorts or kind of like bent. Especially Pink Lost Galaxy. I had a hard time getting her to stand holding her helmet. And this is what they look like. And the accessories that they came with, like the Pink Lost Galaxy Ranger came with this effect piece. She came with her Beta Bow, her Quasar Saber. And the Quasar Sabers are my favorite because they took the time to imprint their personal animal right here instead of just giving us standard Quasar Sabers. And for the extra hands that she came with, I actually put it on the figure because both hands were either closed up or opened up that completely that you couldn't really put weapons on her. So the hands that figure already came with was this Cardi chocolate hand and this fist. For the Dino Fury Blue Ranger, he came with this sword, this effect piece, and he came with a fist hand and a opened up hand here. And that's pretty much the accessories that the figures came with. Let's check out the figures. From what I can tell, they did a great job on the helmets. It actually does look like the Ranger helmets. They didn't like screw it up. And Ollie himself also looks great. I do apologize that it's a little bit blurry. I have been trying to pick my camera, and it's very inconsistent. Oh, okay. I guess that would have to do. They did a great job. I wouldn't say 100%. It looks like Ollie. It looks like Ollie with more going on in his face. His face looks slightly bloated. Here's the actual figure. I feel like they did amazing detail. I love the shade of blue that they used. It looks really nice. So Ollie would be the third Dino Fury Lightning figure that we got. We had red and green, and Ollie is the third. Here's what Kendrick's looks like. He did a good job on their helmet. Only criticism I have is the gold on the top of her helmet on these eyes here. A little bit too faint. It should have been a little bit brighter. It looks darker on the camera, but it's actually very faint in person. This is what Kendrick's looks like. Something fun with Kendrick's is that you can actually remove her glasses. Just with her glasses on. You can actually remove the glasses. They did an okay job of Kendrick's. I mean, you can kind of tell it's her, but still, it looks a lot. I would say, okay, she looks 20% like Kendrick's, and the other 80% is like, okay, who's that? They had so much beautiful pictures to choose from, so I'm not sure why they chose this one right here. That's the pink Lost Galaxy Ranger. Oh yes, and this is her close-up laser saber if I can get it out. I don't know if it's just my figure, but getting the close laser saber in her bolster, it's a very tight fit. I'd really jam it in there. The figure itself looks great. Only thing is, I don't like that they reused the Mighty Morphin and Zeo skirt because you have like the indentation of where the gold stripe or the white stripe went for those, figures. That's a very minor like criticism, but the rest of the figure looks amazing. Here's what these Ranger figures look like with their helmets on. And I must say, they look so much better without the human heads. Because honestly, if they had put more effort into making the human heads resemble the actual characters in the TV show, it actually looks really nice. Like Chase from I know Charge, and we've got some human heads that look spot on, and they look so beautiful. But I must admit, when you put the Ranger helmets on, they look really beautiful. This is what the Ranger figures look like. Let's check out their articulation. So here's the pink Lost Galaxy Ranger. So you can move her arms side to side. Just be very careful when, sorry, I don't know what happened to my voice there. Just trying to say, just be very careful when you get these figures. Be gentle with them when you're testing out their articulation points because if you're not careful, they do tend to snap. Luckily, actually, I almost said luckily it hasn't happened to me, but it did happen with my Adam figure when I tried to change up the helmets. So with the chest, you have like articulation there. Move the helmet. The leg is slightly constricted by the skirt. I know they put these slits, but it is still constricted unless you want to really move it far. So up and down as a double jointed knees. And great. And that's oops, sorry, I'm kind of like out of frame there. That's pretty much it. And with the Pink Lost Galaxy Ranger, we're finally complete with Paradise Lost Galaxy. Always satisfying when Hasbro completes a team. And let's look at Blue Ranger. It's so funny. Whenever I go to say Dino Fury, I gotta remind myself to the right thing. You have so many Dino Rangers. Well, four Dino Rangers, but only three of them have Dino in their name. Like Dino Fury, Dino Thunder, Dino Charge. Here's what blue looks like. Same articulation points, up, down, or side to side, up and down, elbow articulation, blouse, the head, chest articulation. I feel like I'm very basic with these figures. I just display them just standing up like that. I'm not very creative with them. Plus, I don't have that much display room to do creative displays with them. So the legs up, down, side to side. I mean, that's pretty much it. One thing I did notice is that for the helmet, they used like the dull gray that they normally use for like the weapons instead of the silver that they used on the rest of the body. Not sure why they did that. So that's pretty much it for the articulation points for these for the blue Dino Fury Ranger. So it's comparison time. So on the left, I have the Bandai 1999 Lost Galaxy Pink Ranger figure from the Talking line. And on the far right, I have the Bandai Japan Ginga Pink figure that came with the Lights of Orion accessories. So this is what they look like. And please take note, the skirts that I put on the older figures, they're just like something that I put on because I want to make them show accurate. Because they actually did not come with skirts. And this is what the figures look like. And I must say they look great. The only thing that really stands out for me in the Lost Galaxy Pink Ranger Lightning Collection figure is that they made the skirt a bit too short. It should have been longer on the sides. Because of that, the figure kind of like looks a little bit off to me. But other than that, they did a great job. And the Lightning Collection figure, and I noticed that there are different shades of pink. The Lightning Collection figure, it's more of a bright pink. The Ginga Pink figure is more of a light pink, and Lost Galaxy Pink range is of a more darker pink. If I had to choose a favorite, I would honestly, I would go with the Lightning Collection figure because they did do a great job with it. And my next favorite would have to be Ginga Pink, and my least favorite is the original Lost Galaxy Pink Ranger figure because I don't like how they didn't get the visor properly. They kind of shrunk it down and really like the oval is supposed to stretch a little bit over to the sides. But yes, they did her justice. And let's hope we get a Corone Lost Galaxy Ranger figure too. My curiosity got the best of me, and I was like, well, the Lights of Orion armor from the original Japanese figures fit on the Lightning figure. Actually, it did a great job. Like little armor pieces here, it fits on really nicely. The only thing is the hands are a little bit too thin to fit the weapon. Like the sword is hanging off. This one here, I'd kind of force her entire arm through. As you can see, it's not sitting on her hand. And also the belt buckle, it doesn't really fit because in the original Japanese version, they made it a little bit fatter so that it sits snug. I would say it's they still look pretty cool. Like I'm happy with how it looks. But yes, here if you want to have a lights of Orion pink. I wonder if the Lightning Collection will give us Lights of Orion figures. That would be a great opportunity for us to get a Coron head or the accessories that some of the Rangers were missing. Like, they could give us the Red Rangers, Quasar Saber, and Magna Talon, and the Yellow Rangers, Quasar Saber, and Delta Daggers. They didn't give us the rest of the Quasar launches, because I know some of them did receive Quasar launches, like blue, green, and pink. So that's great opportunities for them to give us missing weapons. I wouldn't mind like grabbing an extra set just for the Lights of Orion, and if that meant I was getting the missing heads. And they can also give us a mic head with the Red Ranger figure. So yes, I thought I'll share this with you guys. This is what all the Lost Galaxy Ranger figures look like. I must say they look very beautiful. I love them. I'm so happy we got an updated release of the Lost Galaxy Ranger figures. Unfortunately, I couldn't really put accessories on them because they're very inconsistent. Like some of them came with their trans dagger parts, weapons. Some of them came with the Quasar sabers, and others didn't. So it's kind of all over the place. I just box them. And this is my first time actually seeing them together because I had Dino Fury Blue and Lost Galaxy Pink for a while now. Because that was very busy that I didn't get a chance to do much with them. So this is my first time seeing them together, and I must say I love it. They look beautiful. Here's what they look like with their human heads. I do apologize. Some of the figures they do look weird, like pink and blue. I had a hard time getting the helmets on and then getting them to stand. The helmet would always fall off. So here's what they look like. Honestly, I must say it is slightly disappointing, or not even slightly, it's just overall disappointing. Because only Leo and Kai look like the characters. Maya and Kendrick's Maya, Kendrick's, and Damon very slightly look like the counterparts. For the most parts, they look like random strangers to me. But with their helmets on, they look beautiful. With them off, they just look like meh to me. That's what the Rangers look like. Oh, and something to add, the new figures, especially Maya and Kendrick's, it's so hard to get their Ranger helmets on. It's like you're really forcing it in. I do apologize. See, like these helmets, they fall off so fast. You'll put it off to the side there. But the ones like Kai, Damon, and Leo, the older figures, they're actually easier to get the helmets on. So I don't know what the Lightning Collection did because with a little bit, it's weird because when it first started off, it was so hard to get the helmet and the human head on. Then they did something to the lightning figures where you can get both the heads on perfectly. And now with the new figures, you can't get the helmets on. It's so hard. They're literally forcing it in. But the human heads go on perfectly. So it's kind of weird that it worked out that way. I have the Lightning Collection figure with its basic figure. Lightning Collection is on the right, and the basic figure is on the left. And I actually like them both. Like it's hard to choose because the basic figure has more of a slim build, and the Lightning Collection is more bulkier. But I like the Lightning Collection figure for the detail. But if you look at both, they both pretty much have the same detail. Honestly, I like the helmet on the basic figure. The basic figure, they use the metallic silver, and the Lightning Collection figure, they use like the dull silver. So I guess a basic figure gets points for that. Let's turn it around. And pretty much looks the same. Only difference is like this, the black area is a little bit fatter on this figure, while in this one here, it's more thinner. But I like it in this figure here. It's more of a glossy black. And yeah, so really look like honestly Hasbro did an amazing job with the basic figures. I'm pretty sure if you you could interchange the figures with the basic and the lightning, and they would blend in really nicely. So if I had to give props, I would definitely maybe give it to the basic figure, only because they cared to give us like the real metallic silver instead of gray detailing on the helmet. So here are the three Dino Fury Rangers together. So I thought it was just I thought it was all of them that did not get the proper silver on their helmets. But it turns out just to be blue. Because look at how amazing red and green look with that metallic silver on their helmets. It's like blue keeps getting shafted for some reason. I don't know if you guys remember with the individual figures, the individual blue, they missed painting the silver, or I think they painted too, actually, yes, sorry, they painted way too much silver that the top of the blue wasn't colored in correctly for the basic figure and not the lightning figure, while all the others seem to get a metallic silver. He just gets a dull gray. So not sure why blue seems to be getting the short end of the stick. So they look like, and must say they look really good. I like them. And one thing I do notice now that I'm kind of looking at it, I don't know if it's the hand that's positioned. I don't know what it is, but the morpher does look fatter on red versus blue. Maybe it might just be the angle of the figure. I'm not too sure. But yes, I am waiting for the rest of the Dino Fury Lightning Collection figures. Honestly, makes me wish that I maybe didn't get the basic figures because I mean they pretty much look very identical, the basic figures and the Lightning figures. This is what the Rangers look like with their civilian heads on, and they look good. Especially Zato, he looks like the character. I don't really see Izzy in that head. I see more. It's like a mix between Amelia and Izzy, I guess. And Ollie did a decent job. So I were to rate them, I would say excellent job on Zato. They did a decent job on Ollie and a very meh job on Izzy. But yeah, that's what they look like. And props to these figures because unlike the Lost Galaxy ones, they did not give me issues. I was able to pop the heads right off and back on and get them to stand with the ranger helmets without any issues. So I'm happy I didn't have any issues with that. So we finally reached the end of the review, and I must say they did a decent job on both these figures. Only criticism I really have is Kendrick's head not really resembling her character, and the dull gray that they used on Dino Fury Blue Ranger's helmet. So other than that, they are pretty decent figures. And if you have the rest of the Ranger figures for Lost Galaxy, I highly recommend getting this because together they do look amazing. But don't hold your breath for completing the helmetless Lost Galaxy figures because to me it was kind of underwhelming because only two Rangers actually look like their counterpart. And so that's my review. And for where you can get them, I'm from Canada right now. Well, not right now. I always been in Canada. I don't know why I said right now. But no. And if you're in Canada, you can actually get them from Amazon Canada. They are available there. GameStop, I believe they're still on pre-order. I haven't checked recently. And yeah, and even you can even get Mesagog from Amazon Canada, but Dino Thunder Black Ranger is not available. I tried getting him, but he keeps selling out. So I will have to do him in a later review. As for Mesagog, I was debating back and forth. I don't know if I want to spend $30-ish on a villain I'm not completely invested in. Like a Astronema figure, or if you got a Dark Honda figure, Cortina figure, Deviant figure, definitely, or Rancic, I would definitely shell out the 30-ish dollars for them. But Mesagog, I like him, but not enough to want a figure version of him. And yes, so that's my review. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I realized my next video is going to be my 400 video. Not really review, but video, because I did start off by making random videos. So not my 400th review, but 400 videos. So that's going to be exciting. I do have something planned for that. And keep an eye out for that one there. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, please subscribe, like, and comment. And if you have any questions or concerns, we'd be more than happy to answer those for you. Thank you and have a great day.